Hello everyone, this is SimAgent42 here, and welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator video. Next in the Explorer series, I thought we could take a little flight around San Diego. San Diego's kind of one of my favorite cities, and I spent a lot of time there. I lived there for about 2 years, and kind of fell in love with it. So let's take a look here. We're going to start off from the small kind of general aviation airport, Gillespie Field. And I'm going to start cold and dark here again. And we're going to try to do another little round trip flight here. Alright, so this is Gillespie Field. It's just east of sort of San Diego, and I'm going to run through these checklists, hopefully with more fluidity than last time. Parking brake is set, check. This fuel selector is set to the fullest tank. So there's no option for both, but they should be fine. I'm going to select it to drop on the left tank first since I'm sitting left seat. Master switch set to on. Avionic master switch set to on. Nav and strobe lights. Right, those are them. Yep. Choke is on. Is it on? Throttle, give it 1 centimeter. So I'm gonna beep. Alright. Just take all these. Starting the engine. Set the magneto to both. Which are where? Alright, start, turn the key. Maintain 25 RPM, 100 RPM or below. So does anyone else see an RPM? Oh, there it is. There in the glass cockpit. Okay. Oil pressure, check. Alright. After starting engine, release the choke and release the parking brake. Alright. Set choke off. And I'm not going to release the parking brake just yet. So I'm going to reset this here. And no intentional spins. That's good to know. I'm going to ask ground to for ground services, and I'm going to request pushback.
Gillespie ground, Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42 requesting pushback. Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42 pushback request accepted.
And we're going to push back to steer to the left.
Gillespie ground, Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42 requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the left. Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Alright. I'm going to release my parking brake so that they can push me back. And that's good.
Gillespie Gillespie ground, Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42 requesting the end of pushback. Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42 request to end pushback received.
All right. So we want to depart west. So we're going to request a taxi to depart west.
Gillespie ground, Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42 with Sierra request taxi to the active departure to the west. Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42 taxi to and hold short of runway 27 right by taxiway Bravo cross runway 35, Charlie cross runway 27 left Charlie Echo. Contact tower on ONE 23.8 when ready.
Okay, so I still haven't figured out the taxiway system. I'm still learning that bit, but I'm just going to skip forward through this, and you'll notice me make some weird turns and decisions. So I'm just doing the best I can, but we'll pick up where I'm holding short of the runway and getting ready for takeoff. All right, so we're going to switch to tower now, and we're going to request our takeoff clearance.
Gillespie Tower, Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42 ready at runway 27 right west departure.
Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42 cleared for takeoff runway 27 right departure to the west approved.
All right.
Cleared for takeoff runway 27 right, Pipistrel Tango 42.
I'm not at the end of the runway, but I think I've got, this is pretty long, so I've got plenty of runway left. And why do those feel like famous last words? All right. Full throttle, here we go. Airspeed is alive. A little back pressure on the stick. And we're up. So I've just got to make sure I've got my rate of climb good enough that we can clear that mountain range. We're still going to head west here.
Pipistrel Tango 42 continue for west departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
Acknowledged.
Gillespie Tower, Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42 continue for west departure.
One of the things that I want to learn is I want to learn how to manage, or how to speak on the radios myself, so I don't have to use this interface. I would prefer to use like a VATSIM type situation. So I'll be using an actual radio button and transmitting voice over IP. But it looks like we've got plenty of climb. I'm going to back off the throttle just a wee bit. What is that notification that's flashing there? That's not what I wanted. Trim up a bit. Alright, so what I'm going to do is so that landing, that runway dead ahead of me is the Miramar Marine Corps Air Base. What I understand is that it is like super duper restricted airspace. So I'm gonna fly well around that.
Pipistrel Tango 42, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
All right. Frequency change approved.
Gillespie Tower, Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42 frequency change.
Alright. Tune SoCal approach. I'm gonna request that transition.
SoCal approach Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42 is type Pipistrel Pivi 5 miles northwest of Gillespie 1,900 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42 SoCal approach. Squawk 6654.
66. My is this thing on?
Pipistrel Tango 42, did you copy?
I sorta didn't. On. There we go. Acknowledge squawk code.
Squawk 665 for Pipistrel Tango 42.
5-4.
Pipistrel Tango 42 radar contact 5 miles east of Miramar, 2,100 feet. Cleared through the Bravo airspace. Maintain on navigation.
Alright then. Kind of neutraled out, or
Cleared through the Bravo airspace Pipistrel Tango 42.
alright. So I'm gonna come around. Now that I'm north of that. And we'll go parallel to the runway here. But yeah. San Diego is very much a military town. I suppose it could be worse. It's not like that's the only thing that's going for it, but you know, they've got the naval base here, they've got the Marine Corps Air Station, you know, they've got Camp Pendleton, that's further north in North County, from my understanding, this is also where Top Gun is supposed to be set at this airbase here. It wasn't all filmed here, but that's where the Top Gun school was purported to be set. I think that it's the real-life Top Gun school has since been renamed something else, but it's kind of cool to just like be flying past it, or you know, when I'm in San Diego, be driving past it. Let's take a look outside here. Yeah. Alright. So down here, you see this like office park area just below my left wing. One of my favorite Indian places is down there. Punjabi Tandoor. Shout out to Punjabi Tandoor. I think it's like super cheap and super delicious, but you'd never know to find it there because it's in the middle of this office park. But yeah, you see fighter jets taking off and landing here all the time. And so we're gonna head over and fly over the university. We're gonna do again a super illegal low pass for the purposes of YouTube entertainment. But should be a fun little trip. Am I still gaining altitude? I am still gaining altitude, so I'm going to trim nose down. Try to lose some altitude here. Just trying to kind of keep an eye on my navigation, see where I am. Yeah, The advantage of the high wing aircraft is that like you're just able to see more out the window, which I like. Look, our heads up outside again. Kind of come down lower. So this highway is the 805 that merges onto the I-5 expressway freeway further up north there. You can see that interchange. And so now we're entering an area of town called UTC. And you should be able to see, so right up there on the coast is where UC San Diego is. And I have a couple friends who work there. So right down there is graduate housing. Been to a few awesome parties there. I noticed that they have not updated with the new graduate housing that's recently been built, so this map data is a little out of date. I'm gonna pull off the throttle here, and so yeah, so this is campus. This is the main UCSD campus. There's the library. This is the Theodore Geisel Library, named after Dr. Seuss. I've heard some mixed opinions about Dr. Seuss, yeah. So up here, this is the Torrey Pines Golf Course, and there's also going, like, just north of that is the Torrey Pines State Park. I'm not a golf player, but I hear that this is a very nice golf course. So we're just going to swing low here. And I think I'm going to come around and follow the coast south for a bit. And I'm going to turn off the ATC window in just a second. So just off to the left here, you're going to see basically that building right there is actually a glider port. So I'm actually in their airspace right now, where they'll ride the thermals coming up over the cliffs. But we're going to go into an area town called La Jolla. It's kind of a more expensive area of town. During my time in San Diego, I can't say that I've actually found like a bad area of town. There are areas of town that are sort of nicer. Obviously, you know, filled with more affluent residents, but I don't know that there's any area of town that I would feel like unsafe or uncomfortable in. But you know, La Jolla is definitely one of the nicer areas. Some really good restaurants down there. One of my friends is a sushi chef in one of the places down here. So you see nice little coastal areas. La Jolla Cove which I'm trying to point out here, right there.
Pipistrel Tango 42 York, leaving my airspace radar service. Terminated. Squawk 200.
Okay, VFR.
Frequency change. Approved.
All right. But basically, that's a great spot where you can watch the sea lions. They just come right up on the cliffs there, on the rocks, and they sun themselves. It's great to watch. And then if you keep just driving further down.
Pipistrel Tango 42, please acknowledge.
All right. Acknowledge leaving airspace. We're gonna squawk.
200. Frequency changed. Approved. Pipistrel Tango 42.
00. Ident. All right. We're gonna ignore that for right now. So yeah. So now this is an area of town called Bird Rock, which I didn't spend much time in, but you know, is there. And then we're gonna just cruise on down. You know, of course, people living right on the coast here. These houses are ridiculously expensive. Most of the real estate in San Diego is expensive, but you know, it's because everybody wants to live there. So up ahead, we have so this is getting into Mission Bay, and I'm going to sort of cut through here because Mission Bay was one of my favorite running routes. This is also where SeaWorld San Diego is located. So, we can poke our heads out again. And just cut across here. And then below us, this strip of land, this Pacific Beach, a lot of cool, like, kind of beach huts and stuff like that. Rental properties, yacht clubs. When I was driving for a Lyft, I dropped someone off at this yacht club. It's kind of weird to find. But yeah, Mission Bay is great. Basically, if you run a loop along this trail here, you go all the way around. That's about an 8-mile loop. It's a good run. Fiesta Island is always popular with campers and weekenders. So yeah, this is Mission Bay, and right off my right wing here is SeaWorld. SeaWorld San Diego. So that's actually the one place I haven't been yet in San Diego, but you know, I hear it's good. Now we are gonna kind of, I realize I planned this poorly, run into the airspace of San Diego International, so I'm going to come a bit more to the right towards Point Loma. Just going to kind of cruise around here. Hopefully I'm under the so that's San Diego International off to the left there. Hopefully I'm not interfering with their takeoffs. I mean, I've got all the air traffic turned off, so it shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, I'm low. So I'm going to pull up. Kind of wanted to be low by design. 500. But there is terrain. So I'm going to cruise up the bay here. Swing left. Because in addition to the airport there is a military airport there, which I'm not allowed to know anything about, I would guess. 500. So I think we're about to fly over Liberty Station. Oh, it's further that way. So Liberty Station was an old military housing that has since been converted to
500.
okay, we'd need to climb. So now we're getting into downtown. See, that's the military airport. Usually, I'm not sure if they modeled it here, but there's all sorts of Navy ships and aircraft carriers that are parked along this harbor here. But I guess they're not modeled in this flight sim. There's San Diego International. It's just the one runway for this, international airport serving a pretty large community. But, I've never had issues getting in or out of San Diego Airport. So we're going to come along the Embarcadero here. Oh, there's an aircraft carrier. Oh, that's the decommissioned one. That's, it's a museum. I forget what the name of it, but you can look it up. But yeah, you can go visit that. This is downtown, of course. And there is the convention center where Comic-Con is held. This is also a nice run along the coast here. This is Coronado, where a lot of military families live. And a bit of dithering there in the reflection. It's the Coronado Bridge. Relatively famous. And then I think if it weren't for the haze, you could definitely see, so down there is Tijuana. So like, we can see Mexico from here. And here are the Navy shipyards off to my left. So I'm going to come back around. I'm going to start heading back to the airport now. Go back to interior view. Now I realize I'm not entirely sure I can find my way back there. Is it this guy on the no. Well, it's in that general direction, so we will figure it out. Oh, I want to see if I can fly over Balboa Park. That would be cool. So coming around, Balboa Park was originally built for the World's Fair exhibition in the 30s, I want to say, but now hosts a collection of 17 different museums, art galleries, cultural heritage institutions. And this is actually sort of coming through here is the glide slope for San Diego International. I believe this is a military hospital. Yeah. So right now we're entering Balboa Park. And down here you can see the Air and Space Museum. This is, I believe, the Science Center. There's the, this is the Gallery of Art, the Cabrillo Bridge, Museum of Man, the Old Globe Theater. And that's actually where I used to work in San Diego. And we're just going to follow the 163 here. Up into Hillcrest. Mission Hills on my left, Hillcrest on my right. Plenty to do in San Diego. In fact, I want to see if they have my rock climbing gym modeled in here. I used to leave work, drive down this road, and I think my rock climbing gym is supposed to be right there. But I don't, it doesn't look like it's, they've got the TGI Fridays, but it doesn't look, maybe that's it? I don't know. It doesn't look quite right. I know that building seems taller. This is Mission Valley. Lots of shopping in here. Alright. So we're going to cross Mission Valley. We're going to go up to the 805 and try to find our way back to the airport. So that's still the 163 on our left there. Over there is Normal Heights, up on the hill. And so that's the 805. I have to say I don't like the front view out of this plane. So we're just gonna have to kind of make do. All right, so that's up ahead. That's Montgomery Field, I want to say, which is not what we want. What we want is on the other side of this mountain ridge, Gillespie Field. So we're gonna turn right here. I'm wondering if we need to climb a bit. Yeah. I'm still getting used to the glass cockpit display. You know, having learned on the steam gauges, you know, this interface is a bit different. What alarm is that? I don't know why it was beeping at me. Yeah, I feel like the airport we want is just on the other side of these mountains. So we're going to gradually come around to due east, or almost due east. But yeah, San Diego's a great city. I had a great time living there. If I had the opportunity, I'd definitely go back. Alright, we got some textures popping in. Now it does seem to be running a bit smoother since the update. So that's nice. I did see that some people were experiencing issues with the game crashing after the update, but I'm glad that I'm not one of them. But yeah, I mean, this scenery's great. Alright, I'm gonna slow my roll here and take a look around for the airport. Is that it over there? I know it would be easy to cheat and take a look outside the plane, but I'm striving for realism here. But I think that's the airport. So, I'm going to get my ATC. Nearest airport list. We're going to go to Gillespie Field, Gillespie Tower. We're going to request a full stop landing.
Gillespie Tower, Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42 is 3 miles west with Sierra to land.
Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42 Gillespie Tower. Fly right downwind runway 27 right. Altimeter 29.9 or 2 and 258 at 7.
Okay.
Enter right downwind runway.
So it's
27
right traffic.
Pipistrel Tango 42.
Alright. So I'll pull that down. I'm pretty sure I'm doing this wrong, so feel free to, you know, yell at me in the comments. But my thinking is that, like, or based on the training that the sim gave me, is that right traffic means you're continually doing right turns for your pattern. So I'm entering the right downwind. And it's 27, so I want to be at 90 for my downwind. That'll do. Trim up a little bit. Kind of happy with my altitude. I do like that this plane is kind of speedy. You know, I was kind of cruising at north of 100 knots. Am I gonna glide in over this mountain range? I guess. I might need to climb a bit for that. So yeah, I'm gonna climb. I'll go to 1,500 feet.
Pipistrel Tango 42 cleared to land runway 27 right. Wind 258 at 7.
Alright. So, not a great visibility out.
Clear to land runway 27 right, Pipistrel Tango 42.
Out the back here. But, you know. Alright. So I'm going to swing left, do kind of a Scandinavian flick, and try to come onto base and then final. Where are you? There you are. Ooh, that is a short final. Not sure I like that. We're gonna give it a shot anyway. I'm gonna drop a notch of flaps. Oops. Yeah. This is going to be a very steep descent. It's like a space shuttle landing. All right. We're sort of aligned. We're way high. This is not going to be my best landing, I have to say. Giving it a lot of forward pitch.
500.
All right. Getting close here. We might be a little fast, but that's okay. All right. Let's just settle back onto the runway. Runway's made. We're gonna flare. Not bad. You know.
Pipistrel Tango 42, turn next taxiway.
All right. And we're off.
Pipistrel Tango 42, contact ground on ONE 21.7.
Going to ONE 21.7, Pipistrel Tango 42.
Request taxi to parking.
Gillespie ground, Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42, request taxi to parking.
All right, where are we going?
Pipistrel Alpha Golf November Tango 42, taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha Bravo.
All right. Not sure what that
Taxi to
means,
general
but
aviation parking via taxiway Alpha Bravo Pipistrel
we're gonna
Tango
roll with it.
42.
So I'm just gonna fast forward through the ground taxi here. I still don't quite know what I'm doing when it comes to taxiing around. I'm working on that, but you know, I'm just gonna pull up to the first parking spot that looks good, and we'll pick it up from there. So I'm just gonna park it here. That seems like a good a place as any. Set parking brake. All right. No checklist for turning everything off, huh? All right, well. Let's see. We'll just call that off. We will turn off the avionics, turn the master switch off, and that should be everything, yeah? I do feel like that checklist is missing quite a bit. But in any case, that was my exploration flight around San Diego. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Good night.